Hello, my name is Jackson Perry, and today we'll be talking about Suing the School System video. This video was very interesting to me. I have never seen this video before a day in my life, but I thought that the message was very relatable, and also it can be shown to kids from different age groups. I thought that was a plus. So let's start off with the first question. If you see me looking towards my screen, I wrote some of my answers out because I wanted to make sure I didn't forget anything. So the first question was the evolution of public education. How has public education evolved based on your understanding of the reading and historical context of the course? So after watching this video, suing the school system, education has evolved, but it hasn't evolved for the good. In the video, the poet says that the school system hasn't changed, and I get that. Things like cars, phones, technology, that has evolved, but us sitting in a classroom and still raising our hand and still asking questions and answers, that still hasn't changed. That actually has gotten even worse, because there's not enough creativity involved in school anymore. It's the same old routine, and that's how a lot of kids are starting to get bored and not starting to be interested in school anymore. They're wanting to just drop out and go on to make money. I also put, but how do we supposed to evolve if nothing's changing? So how do a student evolve when they're still doing the same old at school? They're basically staying stuck in that one little time of their life. If anything, it's keeping them at the same level or worse. Basically, what I just said. And in the video, he tells the audience that he feels the school system is preparing for our goals, but simply preparing students for us to work in factories and not worrying about their actual dreams. That's also true. A lot of schools are now starting to focus on, just going to work, going to do a 9 to 5, but nobody's actually sitting down with these kids, teaching these children how to save, how to buy a house, how to rent a car, or rent a house, or, how to not have bad credit. I feel like that should be more talked about in school now. The next question is the challenges that education faced. Based on the readings of your understanding of history, what are some of the major challenges that I face? So I put some of the challenges that we are facing in school right now are classroom sizes. I think that's one of them. It's not enough space for kids to actually explore the classroom. Instead of them sitting in the class, instead of them sitting at a desk for 12 hours or more, kids can be walking around, doing projects, exploring the classroom, doing things, being interacted into the classroom instead of just sitting down in a chair. Because no child wants to just sit down all day. A lot of kids, even my preschoolers, they like to walk around, do activities while learning. So I feel like that's a lack. I feel like students are not able to express themselves. Kids always think it's a wrong and right answer. But I always tell my kids there's no right or wrong answer. It's whatever you feel. And I'm just here to correct whatever you're feeling or adjust it a little bit. A lot of schools not doing that. A lot of schools are just letting the kids just be right or wrong, pass and fail, A or F. It's like the system is running our school system, which is not good, because school should be a place where you should be able to learn but also express yourself and be involved. That's how I feel. Teachers are not being treated fair. A lot of teachers are getting blamed for the child's education and behavior. I feel like that's totally messed up, because a teacher can only do so much. I know we be with the child from Monday to Friday, so we be with them every day for a long amount of hours. But that's still not our responsibility for them outside of school. We still need the parents to be involved and help with homework, making sure they get to school, making sure they sleep properly, making sure they do the things they need to do to become successful. Because without the parents' help, then the child also fails. I also put following school policies, which I also seen in the video. A lot of the policies and curriculums are starting to bore the kids, and it's also starting to bore the teachers, and that's actually interfering with their education and their learning. Parent involvement, I expressed that, and just basically not being able to be creative and expressing themselves. The next question, the last question, it says, how do history and modern day education connect? So back in the day, it was basically a lot of books. Everything was by the book. this was doing this because of this situation, and that was doing that because of this situation, because that's what the book told them. But now that we have technology, we can actually explore more about that information or about that history, about that time period. We can also put our own 2 cents in, and even the teachers, and we can also do changes into the curriculum and other things that's going on in history, because sometimes history is not all right. Prime example, Christopher Columbus and Indians. Everybody say they all came together and this one big happy family, when in reality Christopher Columbus took somebody else's land. So I just feel like now we have more technology, we have more things around us to inform us on things. And that's basically it. My all over point of view of education is education should not be something that's boring. It should always be something that's interacting with the students, always informing the kids on something, helping the teachers out, because a lot of stress on the teachers, the kids can see it. So it should be more events with teachers where they could be able to relax and be informed more things. And I also feel like students should be more involved. I feel like parents should be more involved. I feel like the policies and the curriculum should be changed. And I just feel like education, the school system itself should be doing better. I feel like it has gotten way worse, and I just feel like they're not caring anymore because the kids are not caring, and the parents are starting not to care. So that's how I feel about education overall. I feel like this class was very informative. I feel like I learned a lot out of this class, and I just hope and pray that this helps me on with the future. Thank you.